Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 18th Annual Healthcare Angels. My name is Jennifer Cronkite, and I go by Jenny. I think that's probably how most of you know me. It is our distinct pleasure to have been helping gather and recognize some of the unsung heroes in our community for almost the past 2 decades. So thank you very much for all being here. The Healthcare Angels, if you think about this award, these are the individuals whose quiet strength and tireless compassion often go unseen within our community. And yet, they are the ones who stand with us in our most vulnerable moments. There's a quote, and I know many of you are going to know it well, especially maybe some of our younger friends in the audience, that's by Mr. Rogers. And it says, "Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping." And there is a very simple wisdom in that just continues to resonate, especially when we think about our healthcare angels and what they mean to our community. These professionals meet us in a time of fear, uncertainty, and definitely pain. And they even, when we're under immense pressure, when they are under immense pressure, they rise. And they meet us with whatever our needs are, with a sense of grace, empathy, and oftentimes resilience. We often expect them to be steady, wise, and strong, even when we can't be, and we forget oftentimes that our healthcare angels carry very heavy burdens. Tonight, we are going to take a pause, and we are going to take a moment to truly see them, because we see you. We definitely see you. Not just as caregivers, but as extraordinary humans. We know that you are those who choose to serve others with heart and humility. We celebrate your courage, your kindness, and your unwavering dedication to healing and to hope. So it is a privilege of ours to be able to help honor our healthcare angels within the Jackson community. And knowing that this is some of the incredible work that you guys do throughout the community, first we want to start on a note of gratitude and kind of help you understand all of the community partners and sponsors that helped us bring this evening to fruition, and also to help us get that collective pause that we're looking for the healthcare angels. So we're going to begin. That was the first slide I was supposed to show with my name on it. Don't tell anyone. This is on Facebook Live, by the way. Hi. Okay, so our sponsors for this evening, we have 6 wonderful sponsors, and we could not take this collective pause without each and every one of our sponsors. So we're going to ask that you stand. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to stand for a second when we call out your company name. Wait, what? Because we would like to say thank you to you. So Lloyd Gann Retirement Centers. I know, I heard all my goodness. Orthopedic Rehab Specialists. Walton Insurance Agency. Lifeways. Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning. And last but not least, Right at Home. We also want to take a moment to recognize our staff, and if I read off all of their names, I think there would be a collective coup d'etat. So if you see these folks around, they're probably running around a little bit. We just would like to say thank you to them, and these are some of the friendly faces that I have the pleasure of working with on a daily basis. We also want to make sure that we recognize our editorial staff, our editor, Julie, who couldn't be here this evening, unfortunately, and our contributing writers. And I know many of our all of our award winners had the opportunity to be interviewed by one of our writers, right? But collectively, we wanted to say thank you to Del, to Martha, Amy, Chris, and Elizabeth for all of the wonderful writing that they contributed to this September edition. And then we also would like to thank all of our elected officials and also their representatives that are with us this evening. So if you are an elected official, please stand. Yes, you. he gives his So before we continue, we would also like to extend a very, the deepest sort of appreciation you can for our community partners. So a lot of these folks help us make this event possible through trades. And their generosity and their support, along with the support of our sponsors, very much make this evening possible. So we want to say thank you to Ellis Sharp Museum. Oh, this beautiful space. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. To Sylvia's Catering. It's some of the most wonderful food you're going to have. So yay. I've Been Framed, Jackson Rental Center, LTI Printing, and then also AG Chocolates. And rumor has it that is a salted caramel, caramel, and also a raspberry chocolate that you're going to find in those chocolate boxes on your table. So yum yum. Eat up, eat up. If you would like to collect and unwrapping, go right ahead. Collect and unwrapping. We can all do that too. So each one of these organizations, as I said, played a vital role in making tonight special, and we seriously could not be the magazine that we are without all of our community partners with us. We also wanted to thank you and kind of give you a behind the scenes, a little bit of a, I don't know, like this is the man behind the curtain moment. So the selection committee for Healthcare Angels, it wasn't us, it wasn't our team, we did not vote. So these are the folks that all got together and helped us understand who should be the Healthcare Angels that we award tonight, because that is hard. When you look at the number of applications that came through for this award, everybody gets an award. You get an award, you get an award, you get an award. Thankfully for the 13 of you in this room, you all do. But there were many who didn't. And there is not enough words that can be said for our committee members that help us understand who those deserving award winners are. Because if it were up to me, especially not being in healthcare, man, all of y'all get awards. Everybody gets an award. It'd be like Oprah. And then also with Jackson Magazine, another kind of like man behind the curtain moment, we would like to give some exceptional recognition to a group of individuals that help us shape the stories that you see within the magazine on a monthly basis. So our editorial advisory board are volunteers from throughout the community who get together, who help us understand what's going on. These are literally our eyes and our ears in the community. Sometimes people come up to me and say, hey, I got a story for you, and they'll pitch it. But also, these are the folks that we have entrusted to take that responsibility and bring those stories back to us. So we very much would like to thank them. There's a couple of you here tonight, so if you're bold enough to stand up, we would like to give you a round of applause, but I don't know, are you guys? Now, one of the other pleasures that we have are always like impromptu little changes to a program. So if you're going to look in your program, the next person I'm going to introduce is not Brian. It is actually Kim. So Kim is the benefits coordinator and service manager with Bolton, and she's going to help us say a few words about Bolton. So Kim, you could come on up.
Insurance group. I was thrown up here at the last minute, so bear with me. I'd like to start by thanking everybody for coming out tonight to honor and appreciate the Healthcare Angels for this year. Each of them have displayed true care and compassion in their roles. Many of you, as you've probably heard of Walton Insurance Group, we are much more than an insurance agency. We don't just sell insurance. We do a lot of other things in the healthcare industry. Our benefits team works very, very closely with providers in the area, and we were proud to sponsor the Jackson Healthcare Angels this year because we do work so closely with the providers out there in a lot of different roles. We sell, but we also service benefit managements or benefit group employees, and we help them and service them as much as we can. And through that, we often have to work with a lot of the providers right here in this room. We don't just sell the insurance and leave them. We help them to navigate through the health maze that there is out there. A lot of people need help just getting authorizations for medications, authorizations for durable medical equipment, all sorts of things that we have to help navigate, physical therapy, get all that stuff approved. So we try to not only sell insurance, but we try to do the very best for the members out there that are, a lot of those patients are your members and clients as well. So we do our best to service everybody and help them to get the care that they need. When I was asked to join this committee, I have to say it was really hard for me to navigate how do you choose people? How do you just choose a few people out of the various lists that we receive? There's so many people on it. And I thought to myself, how do you really do that? And I'll tell you, one thing that really did help me was going through the process, not as a group sponsor of a health insurance plan, but as a personal daughter of an 87-year-old mother that has just gone through tons of healthcare issues this year, starting back in May. First of all, she's 87 and she died. When I told you her age. But she's not here. She's home recovering from a broken hip tonight, so she'll never know. But I walked through that process with her. She's, like I said, 87, started back in May where she had to have a heart surgery. She ended up in the hospital for that, in the ICU. She came home a few days later. She ended up back there due to having to have an emergency pacemaker. Just when we got her through that, she fell and broke her hip, so she ended up in a medical rehab facility for physical therapy for 3 weeks. We got her home from that after 3 weeks. 2 days later, she was back in the ICU for a week with internal bleeding. So finally, she's home now. She's doing well, and again, she did not make it right with her age. But what I did realize then, it really did help me to understand the whole process of selecting healthcare angels, because I'm a mother, a nurse practitioner, and an RN, and so from my side, that's all I see. I think of what they do on a daily basis, but as I sat in those hospital rooms in the rehab center for what felt like the whole summer, I thought there are so many people that make a difference. From the person that came in and tidied her room and was kind to her every day and would offer to get her something if she needed it, to the kitchen help that if they served her a meal that she didn't like, and she's fussy. People in this room that would know my mom know that, and she's hard to please. So, but they didn't treat her bad in any way. Everybody was so kind to her. From the kitchen staff making her whatever meal she wanted, that they had, they put a lot of care in what I felt like they really loved what they did, and it really made a difference in the perkiness that I saw go through her. Probably much better than any medications that were given to her. They gave her the confidence to get better and get home, and hopefully she's home to stay this time. So I did learn a lot going through it. I did realize that a healthcare angel is really anybody that cares enough to take an extra second to talk or go out of their way for somebody and make somebody feel special. And I really saw that in her care in so many different areas besides just your nurses and your seniors and your MAs. I see it every day when I have to call providers' offices and I get to a person that is going to help me to help their patient get a medication that they're in need for to save their life, because there's not, the fun part about working in employee benefits is that we deal a lot with health insurance, and there are a lot of rules and regulations to follow, and sometimes the consumer gets lost in that. So it's very important that somebody just step up and help them. So we try to do that, and that's what I see in everybody in this room that was nominated. We had a lot of applications to go through and sort out, but everybody, like Jimmy said, everybody really is a healthcare angel, but we could only pick a few. So I appreciate those people and all that they do. In closing, I'd just like to thank Walton Insurance Group for being part of this and for all the other community events that we sponsor. I'm proud to work there. I'm proud to represent them tonight. And most important, don't forget to call us for insurance needs. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. It is now my pleasure to introduce our co-MCs for this evening. So Paul Buckles is the president and CFO of Lloyd Gantt Retirement Centers, and Paul Buckles Jr. is the administrator of Legacy Assisted Living, Spring Arbor Assisted Living, and also Summit Park Assisted Living. So please help me welcome them to this stage.
this is one of the best events of the year. There's so much that goes into the preparation, the selection, and then the celebration. And the fact that I get to participate with all of that just means a ton. But let me tell you a little bit about the company, and then we're going to jump into it. 1968, Upper Manor was opened, and the creation of Lloyd Gantt Retirement Centers began. 57 years later, we're the only family-owned nursing home in Jackson County. With over 600 apartments, 500 employees, and a strong commitment to always putting our residents first, we are excited for the future. With our 4th generation, fully engaged, our future definitely looks bright. The thing that I'm most excited about, though, is the fact that I get to work with my angel, my best friend, my wife, Karen. We just celebrated 30 years, so. And if you need any more information, GanttRetirement.com. And she does handle the IT stuff, so beautiful job, honey. Okay. Once you get close to 50, it happens. Now, let's turn our attention to the heart of tonight's celebration. Jackson Magazine is proud to present the Healthcare Angels Awards for the 18th consecutive year, a tradition that honors the extraordinary individuals who elevate our healthcare community through their compassion, skill, and unwavering dedication. These honorees were nominated by those who know their work best, patients, families, and colleagues who have seen their impact firsthand. Each nomination was thoughtfully reviewed by a diverse committee of healthcare professionals, community members, and Jackson Magazine staff. While the staff helped facilitate the process, they did not take part in the final selection. Every nominee exemplifies the spirit of service, but the individuals we honor tonight stand out for the way they consistently go above and beyond, not for recognition, but because it's simply who they are. Their quiet acts of kindness, their steady presence in times of crisis, and their deep commitment to care leave lasting impressions on the lives they touch. Tonight, we celebrate that legacy. We honor those who remind us what excellence in healthcare truly looks like.
Right. For those of you who've seen Austin Powers, just call me Mini-Me, because ever since I started slicking back my hair, we get confused at times. I'm a little shorter, a little younger, but I've got a great leader to follow, so thanks for having me. To help us kick off this very special part of the evening, I'd like to invite, not David Lowe, as you'll see in your little scripts, but Mary Beth Leonard from Lifeways to join us on stage. We'll introduce each of our healthcare angels in alphabetical order. When your name is announced, please come forward to the podium. You're welcome to say a few words if you like. Gloria, I'm waiting on you. And then proceed to my right, your left, to receive your commemorative award and have your photo taken with one of our sponsors. Each honoree tonight will also receive a legislative tribute signed by a distinguished group of leaders. State Representative Sarah Leitner, State Representative Kathy Schmaltz, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist II, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Time only allows us to share a brief glimpse into each recipient's story. Their full profiles are featured in this month's Jackson Magazine, which will be available for you to take home at the end of the program. Let's begin this celebration.
Brooke Blair knew from the very beginning that nursing was more than just a career path. It was her calling. From her earliest days as a bedside nurse at St. Vincent Medical Center in Toledo, Brooke felt a deep connection to the work of caring, healing, and supporting others. That passion has only grown stronger over the years, leading her to her current role as clinical nurse educator at Henry Ford Jackson Hospital, where she trains, mentors, and inspires hospital staff every single day. Brooke thrives on the energy of continuous learning. For her, education isn't just about sharing knowledge, It's about sparking curiosity and building confidence. When we're talking through a new concept and I see the light go off, it's amazing, she says. I love when my staff see me get excited about learning or a new product, and then they feel the same. Her enthusiasm is contagious and is grounded in nearly a decade of experience at Henry Ford, where she spent almost half that time in the ICU as a critical care RN. Those years at the bedside shaped her understanding of patient care and deepened her empathy. But it was her passion for teaching that ultimately led her to apply for the educator role in 2021, a decision that marked a new chapter in her career, one she embraced wholeheartedly. As a clinical nurse educator, Brooke's days are anything but routine. She moves fluidly between shifts and units, tailoring her support to the needs of each team. Whether she's mentoring a new nurse, leading a training session, or stepping in to provide bedside care during a busy moment, Brooke brings a steady presence and a wealth of experience. Also presented at the 2025 AACN National Conference, sharing her innovative work on using simulation to improve critical care training. Her presentation highlighted how realistic, hands-on practice can better prepare nurses for high-stress situations, ultimately improving patient outcomes and boosting staff confidence. Teaching runs in Brooke's blood. Her mother, sister, and aunts are all educators, and she carries that legacy with pride. While she cherishes her time spent at the bedside, she's found deep fulfillment in helping new nurses grow into confident, compassionate caregivers. Outside the hospital, Brooke continues to serve her community with the same energy and heart. She volunteers to teach middle schoolers about sugar consumption and speaks at local job fairs, sharing the joys and challenges of nursing with those considering a career in healthcare. Her nominator captured her spirit perfectly. Brooke has endless enthusiasm for her work and inspires her staff to enjoy learning in new and exciting ways. She has truly made a difference to the care our staff provides. Brooke Blair is a shining example of what it means to lead with passion, purpose, and heart. Her work reminds us that education is not just about information, it's about transformation. And through her dedication, she's helping shape the future of nursing, one learner at a time. Let's give Brooke a warm welcome as she joins us.
So first, I would like to take a second to thank my family first and foremost for their unwavering support of me, especially during those late nights. Their support with helping me watch my kids has really helped me get to where I am today. I would like to thank my leadership team. If I become half the leader that they are, then I will have surmounted a great achievement in my career. And then lastly, I would like to thank the staff of 1670. I only look half as good as I do today because I work with some incredible and outstanding individuals. I'd like to thank them as well. Thank you guys so much for this honor. I really appreciate it.
Like I said, to Gloria Craig, food is far more than fuel. It's connection, comfort, and community. As dietary manager of Legacy Assisted Living, she understands that mealtime is often the highlight of a resident's day. It's not just about nutrition, it's about gathering, sharing stories, and feeling a sense of belonging. Gloria's made it her mission to ensure that every meal is an experience that nourishes both body and soul. Her journey into senior care began humbly as a cook at Summit Park Assisted Living Center. Gloria didn't set out to be a manager, but her dedication and warmth quickly stood out. When the company expanded to Spring Arbor, her boss, my dad, saw something in her and asked her if she'd consider leading the facility's new dietary program. Gloria hesitated. I don't know how to manage people, she said, but she took a leap of faith, and that leap turned into a career defined by compassionate leadership. Over the next 9 years, Gloria built a reputation for excellence. Her ability to balance the demands of the kitchen with the emotional needs of her residents made her an invaluable part of the team. So when the opportunity arose to take the reins at Legacy Assisted Living in Jackson, it was a natural next step. Today, she continues to create meaningful dining experiences that reflect her belief in the power of food to bring people together. Her coworker, Michelle Schultz, put it best. She's not only a dedicated employee, but the most compassionate and caring person I've ever met. The residents just love her. For Gloria, those residents are the heart of her work. She's not just serving meals, she's serving moments of connection. It makes a big difference just to stop for 5 minutes and listen to what they have to say, she says. That simple act of listening is part of what makes her so beloved. She knows that dignity and respect are served alongside every plate. Gloria manages a team of 11 and handles everything from scheduling and ordering supplies to jumping in and cooking when needed. And they're lucky when you do that. Her humility and work ethic shine through in every task. She leads by example, never asking her team to do something she wouldn't do herself. Whether she's prepping meals, mentoring staff, or checking in on a resident's favorite dish, Gloria brings care and attention to everything she touches. In a world where so many of our most cherished moments happen around a table, Gloria's role carries deep significance. She fosters a culture of care, turning meals into moments of joy and connection. Her work reminds us that healing and happiness often begin with something as simple as a warm meal and a kind word. It's no surprise that Gloria Craig is one of Jackson's healthcare angels. Her story is a testament to the quiet power of service and the extraordinary impact of someone who leads with heart. Let's welcome Gloria to the stage with a round of applause.
First of all, I would like to thank the people that nominated me, my coworkers. I'd like to thank my family for being here, everyone for their support. It's very hard for me to get up here and talk, but I do appreciate the award and I'll always take this with me. Now, I would like to share this award with my staff because without them, I wouldn't do what I do. So I would like to thank or congratulate each and every one of our healthcare angels because we are special.
That was very special. Thank you, Gloria. 9 years ago, Catherine Crew found herself at a crossroads. With just 2 weeks' notice, she lost her job, and as a single mom, she needed a new path quickly. A close friend reached out with an offer, a temporary role at a home health company. Catherine accepted, thinking it would be a short-term fix. What she didn't expect was to discover a calling that would shape the next chapter of her life. I fell in love with helping people stay independent in their homes. She says that love has kept her right at home ever since. For Catherine, caregiving is about more than tasks. It's about presence. She understands that her role often carries emotional weight, especially for clients who live alone. Some days, I'm the only person they see. She shares, if my parents were alive and needed care, I'd want someone like me helping them. In some cases, I'm the reason they're able to stay in their homes. Her work is filled with quiet moments that carry profound meaning. One she'll never forget happened about a year ago. A client battling cancer had a bad reaction to chemotherapy and asked if he should give up. Catherine didn't hesitate. I told him he wasn't allowed to. She recalls, he agreed and started improving the very next day. Today, he's cancer-free. He credits Catherine's words with giving him the strength to keep fighting. It's that kind of compassion, steady, unshakable, and deeply personal that defines Catherine's approach. Her favorite parts of the job are the simple, meaningful ones, helping clients to plant gardens, care for pets, and stay in the homes where they raise their families. She listens to their stories, honors their legacies, and treats each person with the dignity that they deserve. Her deep empathy has built lasting bonds. One nominator wrote, her clients absolutely love her. She shows so much warmth that they often won't accept anyone else. That kind of trust isn't earned overnight. It's built through consistency, kindness, and a genuine love for the work. She is the true definition of a right-at-home caregiver. Catherine Crew reminds us that healthcare isn't always found in hospitals or clinics. Sometimes it's found in the quiet corners of a familiar home, in the hands of someone who shows up with compassion and care. Her story is a testament to the power of human connection and the extraordinary difference one person can make. Let's welcome Catherine to the stage and celebrate how she
So when this came up, I decided I wasn't going to say anything. And then on my way home from work, what am I going to say? So I want to thank my staff at Right at Home because they're amazing, my owners, John and Kay, and my family for understanding when my schedule is crazy. And most of all, I want to thank my clients because without them, I couldn't do this. They make my days amazing and wonderful, and I'm grateful to have all of them. Thank you.
Karen Cripps has spent the past 8 years as a registered nurse at Henry Ford Jackson Hospital, where she currently cares for perioperative patients. Her clinical expertise is matched by her instinct to serve, whether she's responding to emergencies at work or stopping to help at accident scenes in her personal life. Karen is someone who shows up no matter the circumstance, but it's her role outside the hospital walls that brings her here tonight. For the past 3 academic years, Karen has served as a school nurse for Columbia School District, supporting hundreds of students across junior high, high school, and options high school. Her healthcare angel recognition honors this vital work that often goes unseen but never unnoticed. Karen was a constant, compassionate presence in our students' and staff's lives, her nominator shared. She consistently went above and beyond, volunteering at school events and making sure families felt supported and safe. Originally planning to become a teacher, Karen realized that nursing allowed her to educate every day, while also providing care and comfort. She holds degrees from Pikes Peak Community College, Pueblo Community College, and Western Governors University, and she has used that education to bridge the worlds of health and learning. In the schools, Karen's responsibilities were wide-ranging and deeply impactful. She managed daily medications, provided care for chronic conditions like diabetes and asthma, and taught CPR to seniors and coaches, training that has already saved lives. She also led the district's Sexual Health Advisory Board and provided HIV and STI education, helping students make informed decisions about their health and well-being. But her greatest gift may be her ability to connect. I wanted to be seen as a safe person students could talk to, she said. You can smile at a child, and maybe that's the only positive moment that they've had all day. That simple philosophy of being present, approachable, and kind has made Karen a trusted figure in the lives of countless students. Whether she's treating a sprained ankle, calming nerves before a big game, or offering a quiet moment of reassurance, she brings compassion to every interaction. Karen Cripps embodies the spirit of a healthcare angel, not just through her clinical skill, but through her unwavering dedication to the people that she serves. Her work reminds us that healing happens in many places, in hospitals, in classrooms, and sometimes in the quiet comfort of a nurse's office. Let's welcome Karen.
Okay, I'm really emotional, so I just wrote this down. I'd first like to start by thanking the person who nominated me because I'm still not aware of who that person is. I go to work each time hoping I can make a small difference in the people's lives I have the honor to care for. I had an amazing experience professionally and personally when a school nurse position opened up in my community. I had worked for Henry Ford Jackson for 6 years leading up to this new adventure, and Henry Ford Jackson allowed me to stay as a contingent nurse in Periop while exploring a new path. Thank you. And working with students and their families forever changed how I care for others. Kids wear many burdens silently and often disguised under a smile. In 3 years, I worked as a school nurse for 7th through 12th grades. It taught me more than just Band-Aids and ice packs. I enjoyed being a compassionate and loving adult to students who could come whether they were physically or emotionally under the weather. I'm extremely grateful for those who have supported me. I had a fantastic experience with the principal, Lisa Cleek, who shared the desire to put kids first every day and tried to make a positive difference. Lastly, I'd like to thank my children, all of you, and my 2 grandsons, and of course my best friend, thank you. And of course, I could not do this without my loving and passionate husband who supports me in everything I do. So thank you so much. I want to say thank you, and it's an honor to be selected. Thanks so much.
Nurse practitioner Matthew Draper states that helping patients regain mobility, whether it's walking with grandchildren or weeding the garden, starts with something simple but powerful, a listening ear. Just listening and validating the pain they are feeling makes a big difference, he says. That philosophy is at the heart of his practice and is what makes him such a trusted and compassionate provider. Matt's passion for orthopedics began during his undergraduate studies at Central Michigan University. He was drawn to the mechanics of movement and the potential to restore it. That interest led him to work as an athletic trainer and eventually as assistant director of sports medicine, where he gained first-hand experience helping people recover from injuries and returning to the activities that they love. But Matt wasn't done learning. He earned his nursing degree from Jackson College and later completed his family nurse practitioner training at Simmons University, all while working full-time in the ER at Henry Ford Jackson Hospital. That period of life was marked by long hours, intense clinical demands, and a deep commitment to growth. It's a testament to his drive and resilience, and it laid the foundation for the provider he is today. Now Matt serves patients at Michigan Joint Replacement Institute, where he treats hip and knee conditions and assists in joint replacement surgeries. His work is both technical and deeply personal. He's known for his thoughtful care, taking time to educate patients and ensure they understand their options. Whether he's explaining a procedure or helping someone navigate recovery, Matt brings clarity, patience, and empathy to every interaction. He also prioritizes teamwork and continuing education, believing that strong collaboration leads to better outcomes. He encourages his colleagues to take pride in their work and to keep learning, because in healthcare, growth never stops. His leadership helps foster a culture of excellence and shared purpose. Matt exemplifies what it means to be a caring, passionate healthcare provider, said his nominator. We're proud to have him on our team and are blown away every day by his compassion and dedication. Matt Draper's story is one of quiet strength and steady commitment. He's not just helping people move again, he's helping them reclaim their independence, their confidence, and their joy. His work reminds us that healing is a partnership and that sometimes the most powerful medicine is simply being heard. Let's continue celebrating those who bring skill, heart, and healing to every patient. Matt, join us on stage.
First, I'd like to thank my wife, Amanda. She's been the best rock and steady sidekick for 14 years. All the late night studying and getting through work and weekends and everything that takes, and call. Couldn't do it without you. My parents, Brian and Terry, always pushing me to do the best thing next and keep pushing myself forward and working hard. Dr. Ekbo for taking a chance on me as a new grad 4 years ago and starting this whole joint replacement journey with everything that entails.
And then the staff at Michigan Joint Placements, to Abby, Nicole, and Amanda for being here tonight, but also all the work that you guys do behind the scenes and getting our patients cared for in the best way possible. Nick, who's not here tonight, but my fellow colleague as a PA, pushing me to do the best that we have for our patients. And then I'd really just like to thank everybody for the honor of this award. It's really appreciated. Thanks.
Many physical therapists discover their passion for healthcare after being patients themselves. For Brady Carr, however, the desire to help others was always there. He just wasn't sure where the calling would take him. He began his undergraduate studies with aspirations of becoming an orthopedic surgeon or physician assistant, but it was through watching these professionals that he discovered his true calling. I was shadowing some surgeons, and I kept hearing them say, "Things are looking good, continue with PT," or "I want you to continue with PT for another 6 weeks." I was like, "Let's take a look at this PT thing," Har said. Har soon realized that a physical therapist is able to work with a patient for a more intensive time period than other roles. You really get to know the person as a person and not just a left knee or a right shoulder, Har said. He quickly understood that being a physical therapist would allow him to build meaningful relationships with his patients. Today, Har serves as both a physical therapist and facility manager for orthopedic rehab specialists. He works with a team of receptionists, physical therapy assistants, and therapy aides to help his patients reach the goals they have for themselves, whatever those goals may be. Har recognizes that it's important to stay educated in a field that is always changing. It's one of those professions where you're constantly learning, Har said. It's up to you as a therapist to make sure you're staying ahead of the game, staying up to date so you can provide the best care for your patients and get them better faster. The key to Har's success is his ability to listen to his patients. I'm very introverted, so listening comes really naturally and easy for me, Har admits. He understands that the more he gets to know his patients, the more he can help them get back to doing what they love. It's those connections that drive his work and practice. He will often tell those hoping to become physical therapists, don't feel like you have to come in and dominate the conversation. Let them talk, and they will take you to where you need to be, if you just sit and listen. Har's passion for his work and his drive to help others is what makes him stand out in his field. It's not every day that you encounter someone whose professional skills matched only by the size of their heart, said Megan Palmer, a former patient of Har's. He is, without a doubt, one of the most dedicated and compassionate healthcare providers I've ever had the privilege of knowing. Har's making a difference in his community, one patient at a time, which is exactly the way he likes it. Let's welcome Brady up here to the stage.
So, all right, you heard from him first. I'm introverted. I don't like to be up here. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. But I do want to sincerely thank everyone who had helped me reach this moment. From our owners for setting the standard for outstanding patient care and creating that environment that demands excellence in all aspects. To my family, none of this would have been possible without your support and encouragement over the years to allow me to do what I love each and every day. Like it was mentioned earlier, I share this support with my entire clinical team. As I mentioned, all the people I work with, physical therapists, PTAs, athletic trainers, because they show up every single day with dedication and heart, just like I do for our patients. And one thing that sticks with me all the time is healthcare is not a solo act. It's a team sport, and I'm fortunate to be surrounded by some of the best teammates anyone could ask for. What makes my job even more meaningful is being part of a company that supports its community. From hosting events to volunteering, we see firsthand how health extends outside of our clinical walls. That connection with the community reminds us that the work we do isn't just about treatment plans, documentation, but it's about compassion, the relationships, and showing up for our patients when they need us the most. This recognition means so much, and I'm so honored to be here tonight, but the true reward is remembering why we do what we do every day. Thank you.
We do have a few more to get through, but I just want to pause and just say, isn't this awesome? Celebrating all these amazing people. It's just, I love it. Jessica Hall has always had a desire to help others and be a source of support and healing. In her role as a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner at Henry Ford Health, specializing in maternal mental health, the support often comes during some of the most vulnerable times in a person's life. Over time, I recognized the gaps in mental health care and the stigma associated with seeking help, and I felt drawn to making a difference. Having the opportunity to walk alongside people and help guide them toward rediscovering their own strengths, Hull shared. Being able to impact a person's life through connection and relationships is something I have immense gratitude for. Hull's interest in maternal mental health began a few years ago, following the COVID-19 pandemic. She was experiencing fear of burnout and even considered changing jobs, something her medical director picked up on. He encouraged her to find an area in the field that she was passionate about and that would challenge her. Hull identified maternal mental health as an area she wanted to explore further. I went on to get certified in maternal mental health and have now been working with multiple disciplines across the organization and identifying high-risk women and getting them connected with appropriate resources within the community. Hull explained that conversation was really the start of this journey. For Hull, the quiet breakthrough she witnesses in her patients makes the tough and heavy work worthwhile. It might be when a patient begins making eye contact, smiles for the first time in a long while, or brings her a homemade pie after years of struggling to enjoy the simple things in life, like baking. That keeps me passionate, Hull said. Being witness to those moments of growth and resilience is inspiring. In my work with maternal health, seeing these women confident and functioning at their highest level, enjoying being mothers and doing it well, is a reminder that offering support and simply showing up and being a solid support is making a positive impact. Hull is also deeply invested in training the next generation of clinicians. She began precepting psychiatric nurse practitioner students nearly a decade ago and has since worked with more than 20 students from 9 different universities. Several of those students eventually became colleagues, Hull shared, adding that she also works as an adjunct faculty member at Michigan State University in the Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner Program. To me, investing in the next generation of providers is an investment in the health and resilience of the community in which we serve. Jessica?
They told me I have 2 minutes, and I took it as a personal challenge, took it as much as I could in 2 minutes, so buckle up. I wanted to start by thanking Jackson Magazine and the selection committee for this incredible honor, and to also congratulate the other honorees tonight. It's a privilege to stand alongside each of you, and it's a privilege to be recognized among those who came before us. I'd like to take a moment to express my gratitude. First, to Leslie Thompson. Leslie is the Director of Advanced Practice Providers at Henry Ford and Jackson. Thank you for being a bright light, a fierce advocate, and for consistently lifting up your teammates, and for reminding us about the power of recognition. To my leadership team, Courtney, thank you for supporting the vision and always turning ideas into action. To Mo, for always making space for the must-dos and the want-tos. And to Dr. Fluent for fostering a culture of growth and for being a steady shipmate along the way. To my family, my spouse, and my children, thank you for your support and your patience, and for pretending not to notice when work sometimes follows me home. And for being a constant source of love and recharge on the days that I need it the most. And to my parents, neither of whom had an opportunity to attend college, but made it their mission to assure that both their children did. I became a mother at a very young age before I even started nursing school. And I could have been one of thousands of women who never made it through and didn't complete a degree. But but I'm standing here today because of your unwavering love and support and your encouragement, so thank you. And then I'd like to recognize our patients. Thank you for allowing us to walk alongside with you, for trusting us with your care and looking to us for guidance and support. You are the reason we do this work every day. Working with the perinatal population has given me a very unique opportunity in which I've been able to impact not only a mother, but also her child, her family, and the community in which she lives. Recognizing that individuals are part of bigger systems. Impacting one has a lasting impact on many. It is a privilege to serve here in Jackson. I'm proud to call this community my home. I remain hopeful that together we can continue to create a community where people feel safe to speak, supported when they struggle, and celebrated when they heal. Thanks.
Stories like those are why we're here tonight. Gayla Ignacio provides clinical psychotherapy for clients ranging from 3 years old to adulthood, but specializes in helping young children deal with trauma and attachment issues. She treats children who have suffered abuse and neglect and helps kids cope with life circumstances such as divorce, loss, school, ADHD, and ASD. She helps children and parents gain insight and address the youngsters' overwhelming emotions and perplexing behaviors. She also counsels young women who have experienced complex childhood trauma. The seed for her work was planted when she was a child herself and read a book about a talented and compassionate teacher's work with a student with severe emotional impairment after being beaten and abused by family members. Because of that book, I had this dream of being a child therapist, Ignacio said. She described her route from there to where she is today as circuitous. After earning a bachelor's degree, the Michigan native worked with families and children doing social work, then lived in Alaska and Hawaii for several years. She returned to Michigan and earned a master's degree in counseling from Spring Arbor University in 2011. Go Cougs. She also did postgraduate work in trauma counseling with Minneapolis-based Capella University. I went off and did a lot of other things, including journalism and social work, becoming a mom, and then completed my master's degree, she said. She opened her one-person business, Jackson-based Child Well Counseling, in 2011. She usually works with about 30 clients at a time. Ignacio practices child-centered play therapy with toys, puppets, books, music, art, and sand trays, which allow children to communicate without using verbal language or adult concepts. She relies on her specialized training from the Association of Play Therapy, the Child's Trauma Assessment Center, and the Institute for Trauma and Loss in Children. Children intuitively grasp the concept of therapy and engage wholeheartedly, Ignacio said. I work to create a safe space where they can share their deepest secrets, fears, worries, nightmares, hopes, and dreams. It's a privilege and honor to hold little one's secrets to give them relief. Gayla wants to empower clients to understand themselves and their behaviors and desperately wants kids to see that they have other options and that they can overcome the trauma in their lives, according to the person who nominated Ignacio as a healthcare angel. She's a member of the Michigan Mental Health Counselors Association and the coordinator with the Jackson County for Immigrants Coalition. And now, let's continue honoring those who bring healing and hope to our community and welcome Gayla onto the stage.
Wow. I would much rather be sitting playing child than standing up here. But I want to thank my tribe. I couldn't do work without all of you. From Sandy climbing in my cupboard to help me paint, to Yvonne combing out my hair after surgery, Mary, who covered for me when we worked at Highfields, when my billing would be late. Kristen, who's always there with a listening ear. You're my counselor. My lovely, beautiful daughter, who grew up with me in and out of school, who let me practice on her when I was in the program. And my grandson, every new play therapy skill that I learned. 18 years he's been in practice on him. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you, for being here, Jackson Magazine, for doing this. It's incredible. I just am filled with joy, and I know that when times get hard and I see those little children, and I see the growth and the change and the development, it's encouraging, but I also will take this night and this time and carry it with me as well. And that will help during the hard times. Thank you.
A pair of eyeglasses can change everything. In the field of optometry, providers like Dr. W. Darrell Smith, doctor at Highmark Express in Jackson, have the joy of witnessing immediate results for their patients. They get to watch as patients slip on a new set of eyewear and whole new worlds open up for them. In real time, it gets the endorphins going, Smith said. With the help of optometrists like him, patients receive care right away. People don't have to wait to get what they want. We help people see, function better, have a more full life. Smith has been helping people see better in the Jackson area since 2018. Ever since attending a career day event in high school where he met and spoke with an optometrist, Smith knew he wanted to be an eye doctor. Today, thanks to modern innovations, he has more tools than ever before at his disposal to, as he says, facilitate happy outcomes. From advanced contact lens technologies and digitally designed progressive lenses to an in-house 1-hour fabrication laboratory, the latest ocular imaging technology and new pharmaceutical agents, he is able to use the latest innovations to cure for one of his patients' most cherished possessions, their eyesight. He views his role as a problem solver as well as a cheerleader for the staff members at Highmark Express. Smith compares his team's sense of harmony with one another to fine musicians in a symphony. He intentionally praises their successes and maintains an open-door policy to answer any questions the team members may have regarding patient encounters or general health care knowledge. He also encourages a positive work environment through periodic staff newsletters, sharing quizzes, laughs of the day, curiosity caveats, and more. Ensuring that the care team is heard, seen, and valued can only mean that the patients seeking care are treated with as much care and respect, Smith believes. His positivity extends beyond the workplace. Smith volunteers at pop-up health clinics across the state, providing free eye care and eyeglasses to underserved populations. As one nominator notes, Smith takes his time with each patient, addresses all their concerns, and explains everything to the patient in a way we understand. He's a super nice and friendly doctor, and you can tell he cares about not only the patients, but his team as well. He's an amazing doctor and a person we are truly blessed to have in our lives and community. Come on up, Dr.
Let's see here. I have to thank Bobby as well, and I tried to do it in that 2-minute window as well, so let's see if I can do it. Start the timer. I want to thank Jackson Publishing, the whole crew, for facilitating this event. Isn't this a beautiful venue? And thank you for all of that. Let's see. They're showcasing our community this way. This is just lovely. But I have to continue here. Let's see if I can do it without tearing up everything. Let's see, I want to thank you to my
Team Jackson over here at Imar Express. That's right. Our DM at Austin, who came all the way from Texas to be here. Let's see here. Let's see, our GM, our general manager, Kayleen, and our lab manager, Jeremy, and Andrew, and our lead optician, Esther. Let's see, we have other opticians, Cindy and Christina. But Taylor Hall and lead technician, Terry Atkinson, are my optometric technicians. And I'm sure they were instrumental in somehow getting this to occur. But they're an integral part of our team there. And their acumen and passion drives us forward, literally. And I also want to thank my family. My two daughters are here, Marnie and Eva, and the rest of my family, grandkids and so forth, and my wife Tequila, who's not here today, but always my lifelong partner who's supporting this, for their love and support, obviously, so I can follow my passion and lift up our community and help people see better and feel better as an optometric physician here. But I want to close out by saying a wise woman told me, it happened to be my mother, she said, give people their flowers when they can smell them. So, thank you all for coming and following her sage advice and giving me my flowers while I can smell them. Thank you so much.
When gun violence took her daughter's life, LaShonda Walker could have buried herself in grief. Instead, she chose a different path, one marked by courage, compassion, and a fierce commitment to change. She turned her pain into purpose, becoming a powerful advocate for mental health and violence prevention in Jackson and beyond. At Lifeways, LaShonda served as a recipient rights specialist, a role that demands both precision and empathy. She ensures that individuals receiving mental health care understand their rights and that those rights are upheld. Her work includes investigating complaints, supporting adult foster care homes, and training staff to better serve vulnerable populations. It's a job that requires vigilance, but also heart. And LaShonda brings both in abundance. Her warmth and empathy allow her to connect deeply with those she serves. Someone needs to help everyone, she said, a philosophy shaped by early experiences working with special needs children and her mother's encouragement to embrace differences. That belief has guided her throughout her career, which is always centered on empowering others. From helping court-involved youth and single parents to coordinating self-determination programs that give clients control over the care, LaShonda has consistently worked to uplift those whose voices are often overlooked. Her approach is rooted in dignity and respect, and her impact is felt in every life she touches. In 2021, LaShonda's life changed forever when her daughter, Krishan, was tragically killed in a shooting. In the face of unimaginable loss, she responded with action. She founded 25 Vibe, a Facebook group named in her daughter's honor, focused on education, healing, and violence prevention. Through inspiring posts, speaker videos, and community resources, LaShonda uplifts others and promotes mental wellness as a path to safety and resilience. By sharing my daughter's story, I hope to raise awareness and facilitate healing, Walker said. Together, we can create a future where no family has to endure the pain that we have faced. Her advocacy is not just personal, it's transformative. She's helping build a community where trauma is met with support and where healing is possible. Her work reminds us that mental health care is not just about treatment, it's about justice, empowerment, and hope. This month, LaShonda is featured on the cover of Jackson magazine. As she receives her award tonight, you'll also see her framed magazine cover, a tribute to her strength, her story, and the legacy she's building in her daughter's name. Let's continue celebrating those who turn hardship into hope and healing, and welcome LaShonda to the stage.
I told my mom I wouldn't cry, so I'll stop that. I'm extremely honored to receive this award, and I couldn't have done this without coworkers, my family, my friends. I really want to thank the person who nominated me. They're introverts, so I won't mention their names, but they mean the world to me, especially during hard times. I really want to thank Lifeways for giving me the opportunity, the strength, and the support so that I can do what I love, and that's to serve our community. Just strive to keep making a difference every day for our community, and thank you.
When a parent receives an autism diagnosis for their child, the journey ahead can feel overwhelming, filled with questions, uncertainty, and a deep desire to do what's best. That's why professionals like Monique West, a board-certified behavior analyst, are so vital. With compassion, expertise, and an unwavering commitment to progress, Monique helps families navigate that journey with clarity and hope. Monique's path into the field began with hands-on experience. She started her career as a behavior technician, working directly with clients and gaining a deep understanding of their needs. That experience sparked a passion for the science behind behavior and the potential for meaningful change. Determined to deepen her impact, Monique returned to school to earn her master's degree and become a BCBA. For the past 9 years, she worked her way up at Residential Options Incorporated, steadily building trust and respect among colleagues and families alike. Since 2024, she's led the development and implementation of behavior plans, customized strategies designed to help clients build skills, reduce harmful behaviors, and thrive in their environments. Applied behavior analysis is the foundation of Monique's work. It's a science rooted in reinforcing positive behaviors and teaching functional alternatives. But for Monique, it's more than a method, it's a mission. Her passion lies in seeing real progress, children learning to express their needs in healthier ways, gaining independence, and discovering their own potential. Sometimes I miss being a technician, she said, reflecting on her early days in the field. But collaboration is key. The more on the same page we all are, the greater the benefit to the client. That spirit of teamwork defines Monique's approach. She works closely with families, educators, and fellow clinicians to ensure that every plan is not only evidence-based, but also deeply personalized. Her goal is simple but profound: to work herself out of a job by helping her clients thrive. Karen Zastrow, whose son has worked with Monique since the beginning, credits her life-changing outcomes. Her devotion helped my son develop functional skills to live his best life. Monique's work is a blend of science and heart. She brings precision to her assessments, creativity to her interventions, and warmth to every interaction. Her clients are not just cases, they're individuals with dreams, challenges, and unique paths forward. And Monique is there to walk alongside them every step of the way. Seeing their progress makes all the hard work worth it, she said. Monique is a healthcare angel, not only because of her credentials, but because of her unwavering belief in the potential of every person she serves. Her work reminds us that with the right support, growth is always possible, and that behind every breakthrough is someone who never stopped believing. Monique, come on up.
An ABA professional's work by nature of the job, whether it be as a behavior technician or an analyst, is definitely met with challenges. We clock in knowing that there's a strong possibility that you might be hit bit, have our hair pulled, and we always have our running shoes on to stay in touch with those elopers that like to run off. But the really humbling thought is that for our clients and their families, those challenges aren't just for a 3-hour session or an 8-hour workday. Those challenges are a 24/7 life for them. So knowing that I've played a part in decreasing those challenges for somebody and impacting their life in a way that they nominate me for this award is truly an honor, and why I know I want to be an ABA practitioner for the rest of my working career. So I have to say thank you to Karen for nominating me and acknowledging my work in such a wonderful way. I've been really blessed to get to know you and your family over the last 9 years and to see the great progress that my first ever ABA client has made. I also have to say thank you to my small part of ROI work family that I have here with me today. Lionel, Kelly, and Ryan are former and current supervisors that all encouraged me from day one to go back to school and progress in the field of ABA. You're all shining examples of what a great BCBA should be and have played an immeasurable role in the compassionate and individualist care that I strive to provide to our clients. So, love you, ROI fam. And then finally, I wouldn't be where I am today without my husband Trevor and my mom Annette, who are both here too. They supported me when I went back to school working full-time to get my master's, and more recently are helping me maintain a healthy work and home life balance as I just went back to work last week as a new mom to my 2-month-old son Asher. So really is a privilege to have received this award, and even more so to have ABA highlighted to the Jackson community in such an awesome way. So thank you.
I've always felt it's a calling for me to help people at their worst moment, says Amy Wiggett, RN at Henry Ford Jackson. Not only the patient, but the family members. I love being able to make a connection with them. That calling has guided Amy through 16 years of nursing, a journey that began with a personal health crisis. After experiencing a ruptured ectopic pregnancy that left her hospitalized, Amy found herself on the receiving end of compassionate care. The nurse who supported her during that time made such a profound impact that Amy knew she wanted to do the same for others. That moment of vulnerability became the spark that lit her path forward. Today, Amy serves as a floor nurse in the medical intensive care unit, where she treats some of the hospital's most critically ill patients. Her approach is holistic, focused not just on the disease, but on the person behind it. She understands that healing involves more than medicine. It requires empathy, presence, and connection. Amy's commitment to innovation and excellence is evident in her contributions to a unit-wide initiative called Don't Worry, Early Extubate, which aims to reduce ventilator days through early morning awakening trials. This evidence-based practice has helped improve outcomes and reduce complication, and Amy's leadership in implementing it speaks to her dedication to continuous improvement. Beyond her clinical work, Amy plays a vital role in shaping the next generation of nurses. She trains new nurses and externs, emphasizing the importance of compassion and family-centered care. Her mentorship is grounded in experience of heart, helping young professionals build both skill and confidence. She also chairs the hospital's Professional Practice and Quality Committee, where she works to enhance patient outcomes and boost morale across her unit. Her colleagues know her as someone who leads with integrity, listens with intention, and advocates fiercely for both patients and staff. Each shift begins with a prayer. For Amy, nursing isn't just a job, it's a sacred responsibility. I've been blessed to help patients in their recovery, she said, and I've been blessed to help families through the difficult time when their loved one does not survive. Providing comfort is a blessing to me. Amy Wiggett embodies the heart of nursing. Her story reminds us that in the most challenging moments, when fear and uncertainty are at their highest, a calm voice, a gentle touch, and a compassionate presence can make all the difference. Let's continue honoring those who bring comfort, courage, and compassion to the bedside every day, and welcome Amy to the stage.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Here's Tim Woolworth's profile, shortened and formatted to match the award winner's slides with transition text included. Cool. I don't know if I was supposed to read that or... No? Okay. Paul Senior, next. This one's very special for me. You know, being a resident of Spring Arbor, some of those vulnerable moments, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, and you know, one of your seniors is in need, and guess who shows up? Someone that's very special, and you know you can count on them. So, here's to you, Tim. After shorter stints in construction and manufacturing, Tim Woolworth found his calling 34 years ago when he joined the Spring Arbor Township Fire Department. We help the community in any way we can, he said. I love where I'm at. Tim completed firefighter, medical first responder, and EMT training, rising through the ranks to become captain in 2013 and assistant chief in 2020. He now leads daily operations for the 22-person department. As a lifelong Spring Arbor resident, Tim often knows the people he's called to help. His calm, friendly presence puts others at ease. I take time to connect with people, he said, to help ease their anxiety. Only about 10% of calls are fire-related. The rest are medical emergencies, accidents, or assistant calls, mostly GRC. In 2024, the department responded to 1,219 calls, and Tim earned the Ironman Award for answering over 80% of them. Tim makes himself available day and night, said his nominator. He shows up ready to help, leads with professionalism, and trains others to stay calm under pressure. He conducts most of the department's training sessions, teaches at the Jackson County Fire Academy, and serves on the Summit Jackson Urban Search and Rescue Team. He also teaches fire prevention to local elementary students. Outside of work, Tim and his wife Suzanne are active at Cascade Baptist Church, where he serves as a deacon. God has given me compassion for people, he said, so that's what I do. Tim, come on up.
Somewhere in here there's a speech for me. I hope it's here close. Oh, Tim's speech. I get emotional because there's a lot of you. And I love what I do, and I just enjoy it. I've done it 34 years. We've been married 36. We'll go to the speech, and then you'll hear why. So I'd like to thank Jackson Magazine for recognizing so many great individuals in their care and service in Jackson. You guys are all special. Even the ones that didn't make the cut are very special. So to start, I want to thank God for giving me the passion and compassion to serve others in a way that can impact their lives and others' lives also. I'd like to thank Adrian, Tawny, for nominating me and thinking that Tim deserves such an award. So thank you. It's pretty cool. To Chief McElhenney, thank you for helping me and allowing me to push on and learn so I can serve our community and others in such a prominent way. So thank you, Chief. This ain't good. To the ones that have given so much sacrifice that you don't even know how. My family. My 2 daughters, Laura and Lisa, thanks for showing up. Lisa from Illinois, awesome. So many for missed meals, birthdays, holidays, school events, and more that I missed because I was out serving others, not being at home. So thank you for your support over the years. And I lost this one. Okay. last 34 years is I would drop whatever I was doing, go to help others when this thing tripped off. We carry a box with us everywhere we go, and it's always on. So, thank you. Huge support. Huge thank you. Yep, your support and sacrifices deserve this award more than me. You guys have been through it all. So thank you for supporting me even when it was hard. Now, I want to thank Jackson Magazine. It's over here. Rounded. Okay, I'm glad I'm not. Harper's all the way. Over the last 34 years of service, there are a lot of moments that stood out. I couldn't just find one thing that I wanted to share, so I would say growing up, living in and working in the Jackson community has helped me when I respond to someone's emergency and they see a familiar face. It takes their stress level down, eases their anxiety in a way, knowing that we are there and caring about the situation makes the emergency a little more comfortable. Whether it's a medical emergency, a fire, an accident, or just helping getting them up off the floor, we show up because we care about helping people, not because it's my job title. So in closing, I'd like to thank Jackson Magazine again for the honor to being chosen as a healthcare angel, and congratulations to all you other honorees.
What an incredible evening. I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all 13 of our award recipients. It's truly uplifting to see the dedication and compassion each of you brings to our community. I feel deeply honored and genuinely proud to live among such amazing healthcare angels. To help wrap up this unforgettable evening, I'd like to invite Michael Cox, co-owner of Orthopedic Rehab Specialist, to join me on stage and share a few words about ORS and their continued support of this event.
All right, I'm gonna try not to mess up the microphone. So this is my first time. Yeah, sorry. This is my first time here, but this has actually been just kind of a really incredible night, kind of seeing how this whole thing has come together. So thank you for the opportunity to kind of give some parting thoughts here. First, to the 13 angels, I just want to say congratulations again. Thank you for sharing your stories, not just tonight, but every day as you guys connect with your patients and make a difference in their lives. Recently, we brought all 10 of our clinics together for our annual meeting. The purpose of our meetings is kind of to refocus our group, focus on staff connections, and kind of set a plan for where we're going in the future. Oftentimes we will bring a speaker in. This year we decided to try to do something a little bit different. So we tasked a couple of our staff members with sharing their responses to a couple simple questions and then sharing that with our group. So we wanted to know, why did they choose healthcare? Why did you choose PT? And why do we do what we do? These are common questions and ones that we had all answered many times before. Applying for schools and scholarships, during that awkward first week of PT school icebreakers in class, and then again when you're on the job wanting to do interviews. After hearing from multiple staff members, both kind of early in their practice and some of them a little bit more experienced, every response boiled down to a seemingly simple motivation. We all wanted to help people. One of our PTs shared her story and it really resonated with me. She drew some of her inspiration from a book that she had recently read called Find Your Why. And she kind of concluded with a simple but really powerful statement that helping people is what we do, but it is not why we do it. What is your why? My why is my patient thanking me after their first day because I was the first person who truly let them talk and listen to their story. My why is when 80-year-old Betty comes rolling in on a Monday, super excited and beaming because she could finally carry her grandson without back pain. My why is watching a 16-year-old who is terrified that they can't lift their leg after an ACL surgery, to seeing the excitement and occasionally tears on their face as they get back to running on the treadmill for the first time. My why is when a patient who's never exercised a day in their life comes in and tells me they just got a gym membership so they can continue working on the progress that they built in PT. My purpose and our purpose isn't just treating bodies, it's helping people get back to doing what matters most to them. That is my why. I know each of you in this room, whether you're a nurse, physician, therapist, dietary manager, you guys all have your own why. It might be the memory of a provider who once cared for you or your family. It might be the joy of seeing a child recover, the relief on a patient's face when that fear turns into trust, or that quiet thank you whispered by somebody who knows you've walked with them through one of their hardest days. Healthcare can be really challenging right now. We can all get caught up in the busyness of it, the challenging patients, the staffing shortages, struggles with insurances. Our why is what gets us through the long shifts, the emotional moments, and the days that stretch us beyond what we thought we could give. It is what transforms healthcare from a job into our calling. To all those in this room, thank you for reminding us what is possible when we remember our why and stay focused on what matters most, connecting with our patients and helping our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you to Orthopedic Rehab Specialists for generous partnership. Before we officially close, I'd like to ask all of tonight's honorees to stand one more time. Now, if you received an award this evening, please make your way to the stage for a group photo. And for everyone else, don't rush off. The bar's still open, so feel free to grab another drink, enjoy the rest of your evening. And remember on your way, remember to grab a Jackson magazine, hot off the press, and of course the legislative tributes for those recipients for this evening. Have a great evening, everyone.
Remember, if you're an award winner, please come up to the stage. As you come up to the stage, as an award winner, please bring your awards with you. Both the tribute and without it. Please bring your awards with you.
I'll slip out.